So, recently, Namco showed off the opening for the new remake of Pac-Man World 2, and, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't super impressed with it. Let me just be honest right now, too. This whole video is just gonna sound like Old Man Yells at Cloud, because I've been playing this game since it literally came out when I was a kid, so I've had a long time to build up this old man decrepit opinion I have here. But don't get me wrong, this has nothing to do with the remake itself, because looking at this gameplay, holy shit, Pac-Man World 2 is back, and that is big. Let's be real, it looks like nothing's changed aside from making the graphics better. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could argue that they look a little bit flatter than they used to with the lighting, but honestly, who cares when we can just play this game again on modern systems, you know? So this is big. But that being said, there's definitely a few things in the opening cutscene that I prefer in the original, so I thought I'd go over a few of them and compare and contrast, you know? So let's get right into it. So this first one's extremely Old Man Yells at Cloud stuff here, but they didn't really need to put that heart over Pinky's head. I mean, you already know she likes Pac-Man because she's already playing that Yoshi minigame from Mario 64 DS. But right after that, we see that Chomp Chomp has been fixed. Wait, that sounds weird since he's a dog. But either way, now he looks like he did in the original Pac-Man World, so there's parity between the original and the remake of the original now, so I guess this is obviously the design they want to go by. But there is a part of me that's just a little sad. I know this design is cursed and it's the outlier compared to the rest of the Pac Dogs, but there's something about him I like. And his design has cadence with those evil dogs that are in the game as well, so I don't know, it's kind of like a good dog, bad dog thing, you know? Maybe those dogs also got a design. I don't think we've seen them in gameplay yet. But I also guess his name is Pac Buddy now? Which is interesting because if I remember right, Chomp Chomp was the name of Pac-Man's dog since all the way back in the Hanna-Barbera show. So, I don't know when they decided to change his name to Pac Buddy, but I guess that's what it is now. So, Inky still getting hit by the tree branch is still fucking hilarious. And I could see some people saying that it's funnier to leave it up to imagination and have him crash off screen like the original. However, seeing him Luigi missile and slam into the wall, that's just peak comedy to me. So here's one of my real gripes with the opening here. Blinky just looks so much less scared in this. I mean, compare his face in the remake and then in the original, and it's like a night and day difference. And they have very different screams in both versions and very different vibes from the screams, but goddamn both voice actors put their whole ass into it. You gotta give them credit. So now we can see here that the golden fruit are a hell of a lot bigger than they used to be. But they're so big that Pinky can't even juggle them properly anymore. And I mean, look at this animation. It's got so much less soul in it than the original one of her juggling. And honestly, the joke of it hitting her head's kind of underplayed in the remake now because she's already doing it to just bounce it back and forth. Alright, and right here's where I really realized just how much flatter the facial expressions are in the remake. I mean, look at the four's faces here when they awaken Spooky, as opposed to this. This looks like they fucking knew they fucked up. However, credit where credit's due for RePac. The effects flowing around the tree, and especially the eye glow that Spooky gives off when he grabs the golden fruit, it really does capture that vibe that he is the apocalypse that they awoken, you know? You know, maybe the reason the ghosts are so much less expressive in this version is because of Botox. I mean, it has been over 20 years since they last did this cutscene.
At last I'm free from that infernal tree! Now then, you four, bring that accursed golden fruit and follow me. Don't keep me waiting. Once I'm through with them, the rabble of Pac-Land will know the meaning of true terror.
Oh, Spooky, your voice! I mean, it's threatening, sure, but where's the gravitas? Oh, fuck it, I'm just happy to see your goofy ass again in a game. Come here, you! And one last little gripe here. I kinda wish they added those distortion effects from the original game. I mean, with how deep the voice actually was and then the demonic sounds over it, he was so fucking threatening. Not to say that the current voice they have is bad, though.
At last, I am free from the confines of this accursed prison. You there, take
regardless, that's just kind of my thoughts about the opening, and, like I said, it's all just old man yelling at Cloud. Like, completely disregard this if you don't care, because at the end of the day, it's just an opening cutscene, and, I just wanted to kind of compare and show you what things used to be like, because I'm sure there's some people who are going to be jumping to this game for the first time with the remake, and regardless, I mean, who cares? The cutscene's a little worse. We're finally getting Pac-Man World 2 on a modern console, and that's what's the important part, you know? And that's not to mention that there's Sonic DLC. If you told me that my favorite Pac-Man game was getting a remake, and it was getting Sonic content when I was a kid, I would have fucking shat on the spot, you know? But the important part is, this game's coming back to a modern console, and that is so big. There's gonna be so many more people who are finally gonna be able to play a game I grew up with, and that's so much more important than a cutscene not living up to my expectations. Oh! But what do you guys think about the opening cutscene? Does it seem a little underwhelming to you as well? Am I truly just an old man yelling at a cloud? I mean, none of this matters anyway. The game itself is going to be pretty damn awesome, I'm betting. I mean, RePac lived up to my personal hype, even though I didn't grow up as much with Pac-Man World 1. So, I don't know if my opinion is going to be as strong there, but, you know, if they passed my test with the first RePac despite their cutscenes, I think they're going to do it again here, so we'll see you guys when it comes out in about a week. We're obviously going to be doing a Let's Play of it, so we'll see you guys then.
In Pac-Land, Spooky now has the ghost.
They switched their fucking names back! My child